I just want to do a video on this. It's interesting. Let's go.
Regular nigga to me. I don't know what these crackers are talking about. They are trying everything to wipe out the legacy that we was there in that Royal Palace. They trying really hard. They going hard in the paint on the shit. I'm telling you. They try to say, oh, you know, she's mostly white because her mother's mixed too. I'm like, bitch, are you dumb? Her mother's darker than me. That bitch is black. I don't give a fuck. She came.
For some reason, you don't realize they perceive you as mixed too. Duh. Those colorism crybaby girls that are part of that whole Chrissy movement, they don't like anybody who's lighter than a paper bag, okay? And don't even try to get a tan or something to try and make yourself darker, because that doesn't work. Because I remember Chrissy literally called women who were lighter than a paper bag naturally, if they tanned, she called us like blackface. So that doesn't even work, so don't even try that. They don't see you the same way. It's just what it is, you know? And I feel like part of your paycheck on YouTube has always been from darker skinned black women from the Chrissy type movements. So I feel like you do have some of that pushback. No, not all. You can find plenty of your supporters have your own mindset, and I really appreciate that. That's why I like your content, because you seem more fair and not really like, some people just seem like they're hurt, you know, and from my perspective, I just not really down with that. But yeah, continue.
From a black woman. Her mother is not her color. Her mother is not no high yellow. I could barely tell you.
No, but honestly, they are right about that. One thing I wanted to say about Meghan Markle's mom. They are right. There are some mixed people that are her color, you know. I've seen caramel mixed people who are darker than me. So I'm pretty sure that there can be people that are her color and so forth. That's fine. But I just kind of like feel like more than that, it's just that these type of people don't have a varied view of what black women look like. So then they are usually the type that will stomp on black women's asses and necks that don't look particularly as dark as they do, basically. They're very discriminatory. Continue, though.
Black, nope. You can look at Doria Ragland and you can say, yup, that bitch is black. Tyrone, she as a matter of fact, she's so black, Tyrone don't want to fuck with her. I'll wait. She's dark enough.
No, she's not. She's a caramel. You said that yourself. She's a caramel. She's a couple shades darker than you. You've said this yourself, that in your experience you've had some dark-skinned black men who will kind of pedestalize you or whatever. But I think that it's not particularly important to focus on what a self-hating person thinks of another person's skin tone. I mean, those type of people don't like themselves, so why should we care, really? You know? But, yeah, continue.
That Tyrone would treat her like shit. With his colorist ass. He'd be like, nah, you're not in the high yellow club. You more on the brown side. That's how dark her mother is. She in the caramel club. She's in the...
Yeah, caramel, though, is on the lighter brown end of the hue. That's still technically light skin, but it's not extreme light skin. I guess you could say it's like red bone. You know, to me, I never considered red bones light skin, but some people like to do that, you know. There's particularly like two different people with two different channels at least who have their channels based off of being light-skinned. And they say they fit that red category. And that red category is basically like her, basically. They're like darker than you. Now I understand, like from your perspective and my perspective, we grew up calling each other, calling ourselves, brown skin. But some people, I guess they weren't raised with the option of brown, so then they just call themselves light because they're not dark. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, whatever.
Caramel Club. So you can't sit there and tell me that her mother ain't black. Now, this little public lynching, I'm very disappointed in some of you. The phone lines is open. I'm gonna give y'all a number. I'm getting ready to go to bed soon.
I really wish I would have caught this live when it was going through, but my phone was not working at the time, because I sure would have wanted to actually call in on this video, but instead I'm just going to comment on it. Anyway, continue.
So if you want to call in, because I'm not going to be on here on the regular. I'm just doing this because this shit has been eating me up for the last few months. I said, you know what? I haven't been on YouTube in months and months and months. But I'm going to do this one show because I want to hear from y'all. Because some of you bitches are not on code with the Meghan Markle thing. Some of you hoes are actually hating Meghan Markle. All right, now,
because they already did, dude. I don't mean that in a bad way, calling you dude. I just say that word. But they already were hating on her. If you look at, all you have to do is look at channels like Chrissy's, okay? Chrissy Little Like channels, okay? You look at Chrissy, then you get the blueprint of how these people work, basically, and how things are for them. And then you get that they basically hate everybody. They just show their hate less the closer you look to them, but they're just gonna hate you. End of story. And this is the thing, I want to actually show, because she's gonna have a caller on that's like very Chrissy minded, basically, on her video, on this video here. And I want to show how this lady is trying to skirt around saying, this host of this video, Crystal Swirls, that she's not black, without saying that she's not black. I'm gonna get to that, though. That's gonna be in the next video. But yeah, that's what they do. It's not even just particularly, say, someone who's white passing and looks like Meghan Markle, but it's like they feel this way about black women in a story. They do this with mixed women. And in the next segment, I'm going to show how she says it's about black women and mixed women. So it's not like it's a biracial thing. It's not a thing of, oh, your mom's not black. It's none of those things, because they mentioned like 4 different people. And the only person that the lady was okay with was a man. And I'll get into that whole psychological side to it. But right now I'm just trying to get through this part of the video. This is just the preliminary.
Some of you was on code in the beginning, okay, but you let the tabloids brainwash you. Bitch, are you dumb? Why are you not on code? I don't give a fuck. And some of you are taking out your hatred and your colorism out on Meghan Markle, because now you are thinking, oh, I'm gonna fuck that light skinned bitch. She don't look black anyway. Some of you are saying this dumb shit. And you not looking at the fact that we are in there.
I kind of feel like when you're saying people should stay on code or whatever, okay, you use the example of the whole situation with you pointing out how you felt dark-skinned men stayed on code with light-skinned men, calling them weak or whatever. I think this kind of could pertain to that as well, because you're saying stay on code, but if you understand taking that to the same idea of dark-skinned men and light-skinned men, then wouldn't dark-skinned black women stay on code with dark-skinned women? And particularly Meghan isn't one of them. And that's why in my last video I asked, why don't light-skinned women stay on code with light-skinned women? Because I do think that dark-skinned people stay on code with each other. I think they do it on a basis of basically propping each other up and supporting each other across genders, even in some regards. Not completely, in some ways. And I understand, some dark-skinned women will say that they feel like they're put down by dark-skinned men, but I still do think that they are, in some ways, that they stay on coat with each other. I can come up with some situations, but I don't want to delve too deep into those. But I can think of quite a few situations where they do stay on code. And I would say that they do among dark-skinned women and dark-skinned men. You're asking black people to stay on code with each other. But you just pointed out in the earlier segment that I have on my video previously that black women, regardless of color, should stay on code. But you pointed out how black men of different colors don't. So that's just something to point out. Anyway, continue.
Came from the pussy of somebody that looks like your dumbass. And you not on code. Why the fuck is you lynching her? Shut.
They just said that the lady didn't look like them. You have to understand, for one, Meghan Markle's mother doesn't look like Lupita. And a lot of these type of black people might be from other countries in some regards, and they're used to seeing a lot of women that look like Lupita, but they're not very familiar with the other type of phenotype, so they don't relate to it. So the whole colorism thing you're talking about would actually apply to Doria. It applies to you. It applies to me. It applies to Meghan Markle and a lot of other people, basically. It just applies to everyone who's just not extremely dark. Continue with your video.
Don't lynch her. We got one of the... This is symbolical. They are scared of the black girl magic. We got these crackers shook. I'm going to give you the calling number. 904 577 1644. Somebody put it in the chat. Shout out to all my supporters. I want to give a special shout out to one of my supporters who recently, donated $100 to me. I appreciate the love. You know who you are. And anybody else that has supported me through likes, through shares, money, whatever other way you supported me, I appreciate you. But that's the calling number.
Thank you. I've never gotten an appreciation before, but yeah, see, I liked your video. I am subscribed, and I do share your content. I've been sharing your content, subscribing to your channel, and liking your videos for 2 years, almost 3 years. You actually inspired me to make my channel, so I thank you for that as well. Continue.
I want one of you hosts to call in, and when I say hoes and bitches, I'm from the streets, so please don't come for me. I say that in a sisterly way. We're gonna take the word hoe and bitch and make it sisterly. We're not gonna let these niggas with their stupid rap culture dehumanize us. We're gonna take it and we're gonna flip the script the same way they did with the word nigga. We're gonna take the word hoes and bitches and we're gonna laugh at that shit. We're gonna laugh at it. We're not gonna let it get to us and say, oh my god, that's bad. That's a bad word. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because a hoe means that you getting coins, hoe. If you ain't a hoe, then you a dumbass bitch that's fucking and sucking for free. I'm a hoe. I want my coins, bitch. Where my money? Where my money, hoe? So, if you a hoe, be proud. Because that means you get money out of a motherfucker. They tried to take the word gold digger and they tried to make us feel bad about it. If I call you a gold digger, that's a compliment. If I call you a hoe, that's a compliment. If I call you a bitch, that means that you don't put up with no shit. You're assertive. You go after what you want. So these are compliments. So all you hoes, call up the fucking chat. Let's talk about this Meghan Markle shit. Because some of you bitches yelling out on code because you got all this pent-up frustration against light-skinned people. I don't bite my tongue at all. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't bite my motherfucking...
Of course you don't bite your motherfucking tongue. Because you're the one on the other end of that. I don't understand how many more times you're going to pretend that you're not on the other end of that pent-up anger. You're not on the side of dark-skinned women where they actually see you as the same. They don't. You know that. You know that people who are... You've gone into depth on how you're on the lighter spectrum of the black race, basically, and how that has dealt you. So, of course, you're not going to be quiet about that. But you got to understand that they're not going to see things the way you are going to see things. You know, you can't speak to people who have a whole different perspective and have a different mindset even on you to see Meghan Markle differently, you know. That's going to be a feat. These people that you're talking about don't even see you as black, which is really weird. I don't get why they don't see, you know, caramel-colored black people as black. I mean, the whole world does, but these people, they live in a world where, a mindset where they think that they're the lowest of the low, and so then they feel kind of some kind of contempt for people who are not as dark as them. But anyway, continue.
I can read right through some of you bitches. Some of you bitches jumped in on this shit like a pack of dogs, and you turned your back on Meghan Markle, and you joined in on the lynching because you got all this hatred against light-skinned, high yellow bitches that look like her. Because it's bitches like her that you see in the rap videos. And your dumb ass is too stupid to see the big picture.
Sweetie, when we talk about the rap videos, they see people like you in the rap videos. You know, and you have to think, in the hip-hop community, different hip-hop artists, rappers, so forth, I could name Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Cardi B, Saweetie, Doja Cat, so many different people, and they all have a phenotype very similar to you. And this is why they have a lot of vitriol to you, but they have to put on a mask to pretend they don't, because it's your platform and they're trying to kind of appeal to people on your platform and to change your message to benefit them. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to use you even though they don't approve of you. So anyway, continue.
You're too stupid to see the big picture. Hopefully this ain't a troll. Hello?
Oh, it's a troll here. So I'm just going to cut this video off right here, and then I'm going to start the other part of this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day. Bye.